What's up guys, Tobiias here and welcome to, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be going with a little bit of a Q&A today. So I haven't done one of these on my channel for quite a long time, so I did take on to Twitter this morning on my phone and I did tell you guys to tweet me some questions using the hashtag #AskTobiias. You guys have sent me a couple of hundred questions. I'm going to do my best to pick out as many of them as possible, and normally in my Q&As I always go into each question and talk about them for 2 minutes, but I'm going to quickly try and do it as if it is a quick fire Q&A. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do and you would like to see more of these on my channel, then please do hit that like button and let's get straight into the questions. So the first question here comes from Matty. He asks, how old are you? I'm actually 19. Next then, we've got, what is your job? Now, YouTube is actually my full-time job. That is all I do, make videos for a living. But before that, I have worked in quite a couple of places. During my GCSEs, I actually worked at the sports store, JD Sports. After that then, I moved on to Waitrose. From there, I moved on to a YouTube media company, Base 79 in London. And then from there, I left that job. And ever since, my full-time job has been making YouTube videos on this channel, Tobiias Gaming. A really nice question here then. What did you want to do before you started making YouTube videos? So before this channel even existed, I was doing my GCSEs. I was planning on going into doing A-levels, which I did do at the same time as running this YouTube channel. And then straight after my A-levels, I either wanted to go into the RAF or I wanted to go into university to get a degree. And then once I got a degree, I did want to go into the RAF from that degree. That does lead me on to the next question then. If you weren't making YouTube videos, what would you be doing? Now, if this channel hadn't existed, I would now be in either my first or my second year at university. Even if I did plan on going into university instead of making YouTube videos, it was always my plan and intentions on taking a gap year. So I did take a gap year, so I most probably would be in my first year of university now. And the university course, beg your pardon, that I did apply for was computing because that was my favourite subject whilst doing my A-levels. And computers and technology and everything kind of like that has always been a really strong interest of mine. What was the first ever football game you went to? If my memory serves me correctly, I think it was Bolton versus Leeds. My granddad took me to that when I'm not even going to take a guess at what age I was really, really young. But yeah, I believe that was the first ever game I did go to in the Premier League. It was Bolton versus Leeds. I think that was the fixture, and it was all the way up north in Bolton at the Reebok Stadium. What is the best holiday that you have ever been on? Now, when I was during sixth form doing my A-levels, I did actually go travelling to Africa in the summer of 2012. I was in Africa for nearly a month. If you have been a long-term subscriber of mine, then you will probably know that I did go for a whole month without uploading a YouTube video, and that was because I was in Africa travelling. Now, that was an absolutely amazing experience. I loved every single day of it. We did so many activities that I'll never be able to do again in my life. Went on safaris, climbed Mount Kenya, which was absolutely insane. So if you ever get the opportunity to travel, no matter where it is in Africa, I would highly, highly recommend it, because that month was probably one of the best months that I've ever had due to all the experiences that I did get. What do you think is the best video that you have ever done? Now, that is a really tricky question because I've uploaded, I don't even know how many videos. You guys will probably be able to see that down there underneath this one. It will say how many videos that I've uploaded. I think it's over 300 or something. And if I was to pick one, I would have to go with the Luke Shaw wager. If you don't know who Luke Shaw is, he's a professional footballer for Southampton. He's a left back, and I did wager him back on FIFA 13 for his pro card. Now, every single footballer that does play FIFA, EA are kind enough to give them a 95 rated pro card version of themselves on Ultimate Team, and I did actually play Luke Shaw for his card. I'm not going to ruin it for you because you may not have seen it, but that has got 350,000 views or something crazy like that, and I think it is probably one of the best videos that I've made. I enjoyed making it, I enjoyed recording it, I enjoyed editing it, I enjoyed speaking to Luke Shaw whilst I made the video. The whole thing altogether, the response it got from you guys was absolutely insane, and that is probably one of my most favourite videos that I've ever uploaded onto this YouTube channel. What is your favourite thing to eat? Now, this is really hard because I pretty much eat anything. If you put food in front of me, I will waft it down despite the size of me. But if you was to ask my mum, for example, if there was, let me just re-quote the question, what is your favourite thing to eat? If you were to ask my mum that, the two things that she'd probably say to you, one would be pizza. I absolutely love pizza. In a restaurant, if it's available, I will choose it on the menu. Domino's, my best friends. Papa John's are my best friends. Pizza Hut are my best friends. And the second thing that if you were to ask my mum what is my favourite thing to eat, she would most probably tell you Twiglets. The crisps Twiglets are absolutely godlike. If you ever are in my flats that I live in, if you look in my cupboard, I will always have a packet of Twiglets in there. And if there isn't, then you should probably come looking for me because I'm most probably dead. Whenever, it doesn't matter, if I'm in a shop and they have Twiglets, I will buy them. And at Christmas, I absolutely love Christmas because they do the Twiglets in those massive tubs. And whenever I go to my grandma's, she knows I'm coming. She knows my addiction with Twiglets, and she will have a tub of Twiglets at the ready for me. We got a question here then. I think it is from one of my Dutch followers. Have I ever been to Holland? I have been to Holland. However, it was when I was driving to Germany, so I didn't actually stop. I think I may have stopped off at a Dutch petrol station to pick up some food or something. But that is definitely one of the countries that I would like to visit in the future. I mean, I've pretty much been to everywhere in Europe that I would like to. However, Holland is definitely one of those countries that I have been to, but it was only whilst passing through on my way to Germany. So that is definitely one of the countries in Europe that I would like to revisit in the future. A gaming related question here then. What got you into gaming? Now again, that's a really good question. What did get me into gaming, I guess? I don't even know how to answer that question myself. Ever since my memory can remind me, I've always been a gamer, whether it was on the PS1, those huge grey consoles, whether it was on a Game Boy, you know, I'm not even talking about a Game Boy Advance, I'm talking about a Game Boy. Now, you guys, depending on how old you are, you may remember those handheld consoles. I'm not talking about the PSP, I'm not talking about the Game Boy Color, I'm not talking about the Game Boy Advance, I am talking old school, the Game Boy. Literally, it was like you were holding a brick in your hands. I can't even remember the first time I ever played a Game Boy, but you know, if you're around my age, 19, 16, around that kind of age, you will know Pokemon on the Game Boy was the dog's bollocks. It was absolutely insane. I loved it, and that was probably one of the most addicting things ever. Pokemon on a Game Boy. What more do you want? We got an Ultimate Team related question here. What is the best pack that you've ever got? I would have to say, I'm trying to think about this one. I think it was either FIFA 12 or FIFA 13, but it was in fact Inform Rooney. Now I can't remember what rating he was, but I actually do have a live reaction of me getting that because it was during a live commentary, which is absolutely awesome. But yes, I did go crazy, I did squeal like a little pig, and yeah, Inform Rooney would definitely be, that I can remember, the best player that I've ever got on Ultimate Team. I believe he sold for around 600,000 coins. Finally then, to wrap up this question, who do you prefer, Ronaldo or Messi? Now that is one of the hardest questions. I always get asked this kind of question, and I don't know how to answer it because I think they are both well, it's clear cut that they are absolutely insane footballers, Ronaldo and Messi. Personally, I think they're two different style of footballers. They do completely different things. Their football style is completely different to each other. And I think they are the best in their own style of football. So there isn't really a clear-cut answer to that question. On the subject of Lionel Messi, Turkish Airlines have actually uploaded a new advert today, which features Lionel Messi. Now, it is absolutely a brilliant advert. I saw it today. I found it hilarious. You may have even seen all the previous Turkish Airlines adverts they have done, which have included Lionel Messi. I mean, their previous one has got over 100 million views on YouTube. They always make really good adverts, and they always do have Lionel Messi in. So if you're interested in seeing that, then there will be an annotation by my hand. Now, I saw it today, it was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to move my hand down because it's getting kind of awkward. So if you would be interested in checking out that video, then it will also be in the description. As I said, the one that they have done previously does have over 100 million views. But that is all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Apologies if your question didn't get answered, but if you would like to see more of these videos on my channel in Q&A styles, then all you have to do is let me know down there in the comments section, and I'll make sure that I do more of these on my channel. Now, I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit that like button. That is ever so much greatly appreciated. Hope you have enjoyed this. It's been a little bit something different, and until my next one, I'll be speaking to you guys later. Take care.